Last night I went to outer space and oh my, it's in the me, it's in the
Let's go. Start beat, heartbeat. Start beat, heartbeat. Start beat, heartbeat. The black diamonds at my...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of our Star Wars fan podcast, Dathomir Nights. This is multimedia performance artist MaxXandauX, and I will be your Night Sister host. Along with me is my co-host, Michael. Say hi, Michael.
Hi.
This podcast is open to all Star Wars fans. All that we ask of our listeners is that you have an open mind. We are part of the LGBTQ community, and if that's an issue for you, then this is not the podcast for you, and we're not the droids you're looking for. Bye-bye. All right, so, Michael, we had a lot of news this week.
We did.
Specifically, Entertainment Weekly came out with the fall movie preview, and my boyfriend Kylo Ren was on the cover. I love me some Adam Driver. He's my new boyfriend. So what we're gonna do, we want to cover some information about the new images that came out in the magazine, as well as kind of go over each character based on information that we know and what Lucasfilm has released thus far.
I didn't even notice the stormtrooper
so
above
cute.
the eye in movie.
I didn't either.
That is super awesome.
Wow. And then do you see Get the Scoop on 75 film stars?
Well, yeah.
And it's a TIE fighter?
Yeah. That I did notice, but
That's cute.
I didn't notice the stormtrooper helmet.
I did not either.
And it's old school stormtrooper helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And then the lightsabers.
Shit. Oh, and it's Adam Driver as Kylo Ren at the bottom.
Yeah.
I love Kylo Ren. I love Adam Driver. And I really, really, really love his mask.
It really reminds me of that guy in A New Hope who shows the stormtroopers where the Millennium Falcon is.
Oh, the one with the
really long
snout?
nose. That's what that looks like. It's just a short version of the long snout.
Well, that other guy has I think he had goggles or something.
Yeah, it just reminds me of that look.
Of course, we have the infamous the cross saber, and it looks like he is obviously. I don't want to say a snow planet, but
it could be ash.
Actually, huh?
It could be ash.
But I think it's snow because
in the teaser wasn't there?
In
snow?
the teaser, yeah. So this is probably the front version, or the front angle, yeah. And in the back, you can see trees if you really study it. But it's a beautiful shot. I really dig it. Also, in the article, what we find is that, or we learn about, is that Kylo Ren belongs to a group called the Knights of Ren. Actually, Kylo Ren isn't his real name.
No, it's Adam Driver.
Well, actually, the whole name is the name that he took on when he joined the group. So it's very possible that he's not a Sith.
Well, we don't know if there really are any Sith anymore.
Yeah. What did you say the last time?
Well, no, I just was talking about the whole Darth grouping, or Darth nomenclature, the Darth name, and how if Darth Vader killed Darth Sidious and then Darth Vader died, maybe they were the end of the line of Darths. Right.
And then this group could possibly try to pick it up or
emulate them in some way.
Yeah, and he appears to have a fascination with Darth Vader, and maybe he's the one in the teaser that
finds the helmet.
Yeah, and his Vader's mask is burned, or his helmet is burned. Obviously from Return of the Jedi when they burn his body,
which would then imply that part of the movie takes place on Endor.
Since
that's where he was burned.
Well, if they have some sort of backstory in some way to kind of explain what happened, and the thing is that that the mask is supposed to be purposely reminiscent of Vader, and we're gonna find out more about the origins of Kylo Ren's mask. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of backstory as to how he probably retrieved that, maybe.
Yeah, although I wonder why he has a mask.
I think probably because he's emulating his idol.
Because Because Darth Vader was the only one that had a mask of the Darths, right?
Well,
none of them had masks.
If we want to be technical, in the Clone Wars, well, going back further, Darth Revan and Darth Bane were a part of the Old Republic. They were going to do an episode with Darth Revan and Darth Bane. And actually they did Darth Bane, but so there was some concept drawing. So yeah. And actually a lot of people had said that Kylo Ren's mask was also a little bit reminiscent of Darth Revan. But according to J.J. Abrams, it's meant to be more Darth Vader inspired.
Although to me it doesn't really look like... Does it look like Darth Vader to you?
With the helmet? The full helmet? It actually kind of looks like the older Ralph McQuarrie drawing of Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, well, geez. I mean...
Are you looking at Darth Revan?
It looks just like Darth Revan.
But then also, if you look at the Ralph McQuarrie drawing of Darth Vader, yeah, I know, I've seen it, and even before the whole, the whole release of who the new villain is, when these pictures were leaking, a lot of people were speculating that this is going to be Darth Revan. I think this is the Ralph McQuarrie style, but you have to look at Kylo Ren's mask without the hood.
The hood. Have we seen it without the hood?
Maybe.
I mean, I've only seen it with the hood.
No, you know what? No, I don't think that we have. I've seen leaked artwork of the mask without the hood, and it looks like a helmet.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Is that from Vanity Fair?
Mm-hmm. On the first page. So actually page, 12? 21?
20 and 21?
20 and 21. We have another image of Kylo Ren with...
18 is the one the movie comes out.
Oh, I'm reading it down. Would help if I
that's
opened
why
mine.
I thought we should both have it out.
You're nasty.
Why am I nasty? I'm just being honest. It's all about being honest.
All right, so page 20 and 21, we have another image of Kylo Ren looking fierce, and behind him he has the New Order, the First Order stormtroopers behind him. It says, in the ruins of a village on the planet Jakku.
Is it just me, or do their legs look like they're too short to be a stormtrooper? That was a joke.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, dear. It's already going downhill.
The pictures of... Yeah, you can see, like, the sandy mountains and...
The burning village.
Yeah. It's a really nice shot. My boyfriend looks really, like, in charge.
Large and in charge.
Mm-hmm.
He's got really great boots.
Yeah.
But they're probably not Chanel, so it's not worth.
I think they are Chanel, though.
No. We're to discuss this. Karl Lagerfeld did not do the costumes.
He's a character who came to the name Kylo Ren when he joined a group called the Knights of Ren. And the lightsaber is something that he built himself. And it's as dangerous and as fierce and as ragged as the character. So he built that. And that, when he ignites it in the first teaser, has a real, like, messy type of look to it.
I'll have to rewatch.
Yeah.
The first teaser, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, so I'm actually quite interested to find out more about his character, who he is, who he was before he took on the name.
Mm-hmm.
If we get some backstory, that type of stuff. So
it's interesting to read this article. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but it just seems very, like, planned.
Well,
like, the questions were, these are the questions and these are the answers.
Yeah, these are the questions that you can ask us.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, obviously he's very secretive and he's not going to give out very much information.
But, I mean, talk to me about the design of his mask. There seem to be elements of Darth Vader present. Is Kylo Ren a Vader obsessive? Like, who would really ask that? I don't see Vader at all in that mask. And maybe, again, that's just me, but that would not be any question that I would ever ask if I was interviewing J.J. Abrams about the villain. Oh, and they call it a cross-guard lightsaber here.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so there.
Let's talk about Kylo Ren. Adam Driver's character really struck a nerve in that first trailer with the cross-guard lightsaber. Who is this guy? I mean, that question, who is this guy? I mean, that's such a a publicist's question.
This is what the
that doesn't look like Vader at all to me. Does it? I mean, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I see a combination of Darth Vader, and I can see where the Darth Revan look.
The Darth Revan I see like 100%.
See how the helmet looks?
I mean, but yeah, I see that. But you see motorcycle helmets that look like that. You know, Nazis had helmets like that in the back.
It looks like I would say it kind of looks like a fusion of both Darth Revan and clearly that does look like Darth Vader. The profile.
If that's real, it could just be it could have been a prototype that was trashed.
Well, right here,
I don't really see anything sticking out from behind.
Well, clearly he is stating that there is a bit of inspiration or...
Well, clearly that's what they're getting at by asking these stupid questions. No offense to the, I guess, quote-unquote journalist.
They're just doing their fucking job.
They're just publicists. Anthony Breznican. But,
Alrighty. So then our next villain that we have is Captain Phasma.
Yay! A female stormtrooper.
Finally. Or at least that we know of.
Yeah.
She has I really wish that they had a bigger shot.
A better one. This one's really dark.
Yeah, and it's small.
Yeah.
The image is small. But I did look at it online and...
Dinner's ready.
I did look at it online and it's really nice. Image.
Oh, from the Vanity Fair?
Yeah. No. I was able to pull it up on EW.com. It's a better shot. It's cleaner. But here it looks, her chrome or the silver looks really dirty.
Well, I'm sure she sees a lot of blaster action.
Yeah. She's got a lot of action going on.
Well, on EW, it's a lot nicer.
That's not EW.
I'm Vanity Fair.
Yeah, it's a really nice it's a nice costume.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to see that it's that same costume, but it's different.
You mean like the First Order Stormtrooper?
Yeah.
In a silver chrome or silver, kind of like like a chrome.
It looks silver to me. I don't know. I'm sure it's titanium.
And she's got her blaster.
That's probably what Sia was singing about.
So Michael's pulling up his
Vanity Fair.
Looking at his Vanity Fair magazine. Oh, and you said that you weren't really a fan of the cape. I actually like the cape. Maybe the cape will grow on you, but I think it looks awesome because I think if anything, it shows some sort of like, clearly being a different color or silver.
Well,
and then showing some sort of leadership.
I mean, I don't like capes as a general rule. There's just something about them, but I mean, in terms of capes, I mean, I like that, it's got like a different color on the edge.
It's got some like red trim or crimson trim.
Yeah, it's like a burgundy, and then there's the asymmetry. It goes over her shoulder.
Right, and
then the other shoulder doesn't go over at all.
Right. I really like the style.
Yeah. It's more like a cloak.
Right.
Just without the hood.
Yeah, but I'm really glad that we have...
Well, we haven't had a female baddie in the Star Wars.
In a Star Wars movie. Yeah. So I think this is a great character, at least conceptually. I wonder what she sounds like.
I wonder if she's going to have the same like voice modulation, but with her own feminine voice.
It would sound really cool if she had if her voice was...
If she sounded like a stormtrooper?
No, maybe even more threatening.
Oh. Or just no special effect at all.
Like muffled?
No. Like maybe if it didn't have any effect on it at all, it was just her speaking voice. But if she did like some kind of, she did her own effect of making it sound more menacing.
Mm-hmm. Like as if she was gargling Listerine and talking at the same time.
No, kind of like Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger, like he did that voice,
Right, but they still.
but that wasn't like his real voice.
Yeah, they added an effect to it though.
Yeah, but
Right,
it wasn't.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and I hope that this isn't going to be like the other movies where you introduce a really cool villain and then you kill them off in the first movie.
I hope not either.
Because
she
that would
survives.
suck.
Quite frankly, I hope that she becomes such a popular character, or if they reveal very little about her, that you kind of want to know more, and it could even become some sort of like spin-off or
Star Wars story.
right. So anything else? What did we find out about her name?
Oh, the movie Phantasm.
Right.
Phasma I named because of the amazing chrome design from Michael Kaplan's wardrobe team. It reminded me of the ball in Phantasm. Oh, well, that makes a little bit more sense then.
So, and you said you saw that movie, right?
Yeah, like a long time ago. That's one of those movies that, like, growing up, I had seen it on, like, HBO.
Mm-hmm. Phantasm, I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it. So it doesn't say that he liked the movie. It just...
No, it just says that the chrome reminded him of the metal ball that would kill people.
Right. Cool. Although I'm not a fan of the name, Captain Phasma.
I'm not either.
It would be cool if it was something more threatening.
Yeah. I mean, Phasma kind of sounds like a drink to me.
And I would have that drink.
I would love to drink a Phasma right now.
Darling, can you give me a Phasma, please?
Let it finish your orgasm first.
Oh,
That's the ball.
I've seen...
You've probably seen the artwork for the movies.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie, though.
Yeah, and that's the chrome silver ball that would go around killing people.
Right.
So that makes sense. I mean, I get that then.
Okay. I don't see General Hux in this.
There are no photos of him in here.
Okay, it's only online then. It's only on EW, on EW.com.
Yeah, the one that you showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's very cute as well.
Well, yeah, he is. Although it's funny to see him looking all clean cut.
Yeah.
When normally his hair is kind of disarray.
Yeah, he was another one at Star Wars. He was another one at San Diego Comic-Con who was super excited and spilled the beans about the base that I guess his character works on is Star Killer.
Mm-hmm.
And what it looks like in this picture is that likely is the Star Killer base.
Well, yeah.
And it looks, it's the same from
Entertainment Weekly.
with the picture of
J.J. Abrams and Lawrence Kasdan.
Right. So that's cool. I wonder what the outside looks like.
Well, and I wonder if it's on a planet
right.
or if it's...
A ship.
Yeah. Or if it's some other kind of space station and not a Death Star.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Because they don't really talk about that, do they?
I didn't recall. I did not recall. What do you think of his outfit?
You can't even see his hands.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, they're inside the coat.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got a metal hand.
It doesn't look like it.
That left one looks kind of silver.
No, they're both, looks like leather. And he's just wearing the coat over.
Yeah.
Doesn't have his arms inside the coat.
You know, like a lady when you put your coat on her because she's chilly.
Right. That's what he looks like.
He looks like a cold lady.
He looks like a chilly lady.
He's a vieja.
Awesome. So are those all of our, the baddies? Well,
the Stormtroopers.
The Stormtroopers. I really like this design of the First Order Stormtroopers.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, obviously it's updated quite a bit. Actually, it looks like it's easier to wear.
You're talking about it as a costume or as armor?
As a costume.
Well, I'm sure with technology being better, they can make things that are lighter and more flexible. Oh, it's interesting how every trilogy, it seems like they've updated the whole Stormtrooper costume. with the original in the first trilogy, then the Clone Troopers in the second trilogy, and now the First Order in the third trilogy.
Right. It's an evolution.
Any other comments on the Stormtrooper?
No, I really like them.
Nothing that you heard from someone else?
Well, I did hear from MakingStarWars.net's, now this is podcasting. I didn't notice this, but after it was mentioned, I can see it, that the helmets look like a duck.
It's funny because I'm looking at that picture of Captain Phasma in Vanity Fair.
She looks like a duck.
And she looks like a little bit more like a duck. It's a duck.
I would imagine that was not intentional.
I wouldn't think it would be.
Because if you really look at the Empire Stormtrooper, it looks like they ended up just opening some pieces and making, the connection between the eyes and the face.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives it a duck face. The Stormtroopers have duck face.
They do. I wonder if underneath the helmets they're like pursing their lips together. Maybe it's Kim Kardashian under there.
And we're going to go on to the heroes.
Well, we're going to talk about the new heroes.
So our first, one of the... I just lost my train of thought. So one of the new heroes is Finn, who it appears that he's a rogue stormtrooper. What the fuck? So we know that Finn is... more than likely he turns good. God, what else was I going to say about him? Actually, god damn it. Discuss this one.
I thought we were going to discuss the pictures that were in Entertainment Weekly.
Well, we can do both.
What's there to discuss? He's in a stormtrooper outfit without a helmet. He's next to a busted TIE fighter, which
Okay.
looks to me like it's smaller than I would have thought they were.
It actually, I mean, in scale...
Because that's like half.
Yeah,
I would have thought that would have been like...
Well, the other half is destroyed.
Yeah, but I would have thought that half right there would have been twice as big as it is.
I mean, that's pretty big. But then if you do like the other half, that's still pretty big. So clearly it looks like he's running next to a crashed TIE fighter. Is that his? Do we think it's his?
I wouldn't think that it's his. I don't think people would survive that crash.
Well, it's a Star Wars film and he might have survived it. Maybe.
Superpowers?
I mean, it doesn't look like he's running to it. It looks like he's running...
No, I mean, he's actually like running parallel to it.
So I wonder if it's his or not.
I mean, I would think if anything that he was maybe running from it, someone shot it down, and it crashed right next to him as he was running. That's how it looks.
So Finn is one of our heroes.
Abrams is 49.
Okay.
You said he was like 57.
No, I didn't.
You said he was in his 50s.
I probably meant that he was close to 50. So another hero is Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, who I think she's adorable. We know her to be a scavenger, and we don't really know much about her origins, who she is. Obviously, a lot of that will be revealed. One thing I want to point out is that in the interview, or in the article for Entertainment Weekly, Finn and Rey's last name isn't revealed.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. So,
although Kylo Ren's name isn't revealed either.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But his is a fake name.
I understand that. But I'm talking about the heroes right now. Yeah, so we don't know much about her. Well, at Star Wars Celebration, she said that she had a lot of physical training. So obviously she's going to be doing a lot of fighting and action and...
Well, she carries a staff.
Yeah. She carries a staph infection. I'm sorry. We see her doing a lot of running. She's an active gal. But other than that, we don't know anything about her.
She lives on Jakku.
Oh. One example of her behind the scenes shot where he's directing her, and what appears to be AT-AT or AT-AT leg that's pretty buried in the sand. And we wonder if she lived there? She just fucking around on it, But clearly on Jakku, there's lots of,
Remnants of the Empire.
yeah, a crashed starship, Star Destroyer, which we saw in the opening shot of the season
Trailer.
2. I'm sorry, season 2. Teaser 2. So yeah, on page 5, which we actually totally skipped, but we have C-3PO and R2-D2. What is the first thing that you notice about C-3PO?
He has a red arm.
Why does he have a red arm?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Maybe it got sunburned.
It looks like it's very sunburned.
It looks like it's a lobster arm. Minus the claw.
Oh, R2-D2 and C-3PO.
But I mean, we knew they were going to make an appearance. They're the only ones that have been in every movie.
Right. That's cool. So our next hero that we see in the Entertainment Weekly magazine is Poe Dameron, who is a part of the Resistance, and he's an X-Wing pilot, played by
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, who is also another cutie.
Very.
Latina cutie. He's hot. So we really don't
know much
about him either. Just that he's a pilot and seems to be very energetic. You know, he's screaming in the teasers.
Maybe he shot a womp rat.
Huh?
Maybe he shot a womp rat.
Probably. I mean, that's what happens when you're an X-Wing pilot.
You get really excited when you shoot womp rats.
So yeah, I like his outfit. It looks like an updated-ish version of the Rebels outfit. So we don't really know much about him, but we just know that he's really cute and
he's very cute.
And he's a good boy.
Yeah, it is updated, but very much the same.
Yeah. I do like that is a blue X-Wing fighter that he's flying or standing on. I'm sorry, we're looking at a different picture from
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, from Vanity Fair. Michael's just looking at the picture of why do I keep saying Isaac Oscar?
I don't know. Maybe because you feel like Isaac is the first name.
Yeah, it's like he has like 2 first names.
He does. You're never supposed to trust anyone with 2 first names.
Really?
That's what they say, but that's also interesting because I did read somewhere, I think, that the theory, well, not the theory, but that the character of Poe Dameron has like some darkness in him and that he can go either way.
Really?
I had read that.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't read that. I didn't.
I'd heard that somewhere.
Why? Because it...
Oh, I mean, there was no reasoning behind it.
And actually in the interview, JJ mentions how that name came about.
Oh, was it Edgar Allan Poe?
No, his daughter had a polar bear toy named Poe.
Mm-hmm.
Dameron is someone who works with him. The name is very odd to me. It doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, I mean, I don't have any opinion on it at all.
I still think that Oscar Isaac is cute, and
well, yeah,
the name is forgiven. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, it's not like he came up with the name.
Yeah, but he was a huge fan of Star Wars too, and so I like that they're getting actors that are, really passionate about the franchise in general, and that they love the movie. So not just like an actor that's just doing it just for work, but that they feel passionate about being in the films.
Well, I mean, that's nice, but I mean, it's also good if they're a good actor and they want to be in the film.
You're shooting down my...
No, I'm not shooting it down. I mean, you shouldn't just be in a Star Wars film because you like them.
No, but I think it helps, that you feel passionate about a project and that you care for it.
But you don't have to be a fan to feel passionate about what you're working on.
That's true. And I'm really glad that they casted BB-8 because he's like... such a cute droid.
Did they cast him?
Yeah, they casted him. He auditioned.
He bit out all the other droids?
Yeah.
They weren't the droids they were looking for.
No. But they, obviously BB-8 had something special. He rolls around.
Oh, wow.
We
all like to roll around.
Yeah. So, I mean... Oh, and I guess, I forgot the word that JJ used, but because of the design, he said it looked like a B and an 8. So he named it BB-8. But then online, I read something...
I thought you said it was bouncing ball.
Yeah, on EW.com, I had read something where it said bouncing ball 8. So I don't know if that was the
I mean, he looks like an 8. He is an 8.
yeah,
A figure 8.
but I don't know if that comment was from the writer
Oh.
of the article.
Well, he doesn't really bounce, so
No, he doesn't.
he's just
Not
two
that we know
balls.
of. He just rolls.
He just rolls.
That's how he rolls.
Rolling
And-
with the homies.
And when I saw him at Star Wars Celebration, I was in another room. I didn't go in the actual panel where J.J. Abrams and the cast were. It was another room where we got to see him on screen. And when he rolled out, I got teary-eyed because it just looks so cute. And then the sound that he makes, I don't know. I like him.
Beep beep beep.
No, it's not even a beat.
That's just my robot sound.
It's like I mean, something like that.
Booty booty.
Yeah.
Twicky twicky.
He's like, "Hey, fuckers." There's a different kind of sound that he makes. It's really unique, but it sounds cute. So, and I can't wait to get. I think they're gonna come out with a toy, like a big version of him, like a remote control. I think.
Oh.
Or
I would think
one
that
with
would be
an app.
difficult
They're making it.
because it's not flat on the bottom, so it's not going to stand up on its own.
Well, I could see like maybe for a toy, it would be round up until like the flat on the bottom, but have like rollers maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, it wouldn't obviously roll like BB-8 does,
But it's so cute.
even though it is real.
Yeah, but I think it's really
Which,
cute. I'm excited. I'm excited to see BB-8. And one of the pictures that they had in Entertainment Weekly was of Rey with, it looks like BB-8 is captured in a net, and she's cutting him from the net. And it's like this kind of, it's like this.
Is she cutting him from the net?
Yeah, she's cutting him from the net, like rescuing him or
Maybe she just caught him, and she's got to unnet him to sell him.
This is Rey cuts BB-8 free after the droid was snagged by a surly Tito. I guess this character's name is Tito.
Tito Puente?
Yeah. Teedo Puente. And this animal thing that he's riding is called a lugga beast, which is very interesting. It's organic, but yet it has like a machine type of head.
I mean, it looks
How would
like
you
a
describe it?
machine,
Yeah, but it's got feet like a creature.
but it looks like it's all in armor. So I would wonder if
And it's got chains on the feet though, which is weird. It looks almost like an elephant, like elephant feet, kind of.
Mm.
So anyway, that's a picture from Entertainment Weekly.
So that pretty much rounds out the new cast.
Yeah. Okay, so today at D23 we learned that originally the Star Wars anthology films were called anthology films, and now they are called
Star Wars story.
a Star Wars story. Yeah. Today we got the logo for Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Oh,
A Star Wars story. Is that going to be a tongue twister for me?
A Star Wars story?
Yeah.
Why?
A Star Wars story.
Is a Star Wars a story?
So Rogue One is a band of resistance fighters unite for a daring mission to steal the Death Star plans. That is the first confirmed Star Wars story film, Rogue One. And this takes place between Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, but closer to Episode 4, A New Hope.
Well, yeah, the events of Rogue One lead into the beginning
Right.
of A New Hope.
Right. So this is this actually takes place like I think they said like a couple of days before or something like that, like right before they give the plans to Princess Leia, which is in A New Hope. I'm sure a lot of you know that.
Oh, spoiler alert. Princess Leia has the plans for the Death Star.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Our bad.
Sorry guys.
Just in case you haven't seen A New Hope.
And also today, they had released originally we didn't have any cast members.
But we knew Felicity Jones.
Yeah, except her. And today we found out the rest of the cast, at least who they announced so far. Do you have that list?
I do. So we know it's Felicity Jones of The Theory of Everything fame. I think she was nominated for an Oscar for that too. And they've announced Diego Luna, who was in Y Tu Mamá También.
He was?
Yes, he was with Gabriel Gael. I don't remember his name anyhow. He's not in this movie, so it doesn't really matter. Ben Mendelsohn, who is this Australian actor that I was just telling you about, that movie Adore.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in that, the one about the two childhood friends who grow up to be neighbor moms' friends, and they end up sleeping with their own sons.
Oh
Well, not their own sons, but each other's sons.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's a story.
Relationship goals.
That's
Sleeping with my best friend's son. And so he was in that. And then there's also Donnie Yen and Jiang Wen, with whom I'm unfamiliar. And I don't know if it's mentioned.
What they've done.
Well, I guess Donnie Yen is a Hong Kong action star and martial artist who starred in Ip Man and Blade 2.
Okay, I have heard. Well, I remember hearing that.
Well, I've seen Blade 2. I'm not sure who he was in that. Jiang Wen co-wrote, produced, directed, and starred in the award-winning Let the Bullets Fly and Devils on the Doorstep. Forrest Whitaker was announced as a cast member.
Who's that?
Forrest Whitaker.
I'm kidding.
He was in The Crying Game. And most recently, The Butler, where he played the butler. And I mean, I'm a big fan of that. I know probably not many people have seen it, but Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock. He directed that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He wasn't actually in it, but he directed it. And I know that she made Speed 2 so that she could make Hope Floats. It was like a trade-off.
I remember, I remember hearing him being rumored. And I was actually surprised. Not surprised in a bad way, but surprised in a good way because he's well known, you know.
Yeah, I mean, did he win an Oscar for something?
I thought he did.
Okay, so John Knoll is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
he came up with a story for Rogue One,
right?
George Lucas for the characters, Chris Weitz for the screenplay,
That's
and
right.
Gary Whitta is also credited.
That's right.
On the story.
I remember now.
Oh, Forrest Whitaker's from Longview, Texas. I wonder how far away that is.
Did you go to ski with him?
No, he's like really old, isn't he? He's 54.
Oh, wow.
What the hell? Why would I have gone to ski with anyone who's 54 years old?
My gosh.
So Mads Mikkelsen is also in the movie. He played Le Chiffre in Casino Royale, the James Bond when they rebooted James Bond.
I did see that.
He also is on TV now. He plays Hannibal Lecter on that NBC show Hannibal.
I haven't seen that yet.
Which I watched, I think, like one episode of.
Is it good?
I only watched one episode.
Okay.
So I didn't really get into it. But Alan Tudyk, who was on Serenity, the movie he was in the movie Serenity, and he was in the TV series Firefly that came before Serenity, among other things. And I like him. He's cute. He's really, really cute.
Yeah, Star Wars has not Star Wars. Lucasfilm is having a history of hiring some cuties on all these movies.
Well, Diego Luna is cute too.
He is.
And there's another guy named Riz Ahmed, who I'm not really sure who he is. I've never heard his name before.
I like the way that sounds.
Although it says he has recently featured in Nightcrawler. Oh, he was in Nightcrawler. I did watch that. If you've seen Nightcrawler, it's got Jake Gyllenhaal, and he kind of plays this sleazy guy who goes around videotaping accidents and things, and then sells the footage to news programs, TV shows that do local news and things like that, TV stations. And he hires an assistant who he doesn't like pay at all, and that's the guy, Riz Ahmed. He's cute too.
He's cute, yeah.
Yeah, he's really cute. So those are the people who have been announced for the movie.
Awesome. Looks like a good cast.
Yeah, it does. That's exciting.
Yeah, and actually that movie comes out
next year?
Next year, December 2016. We'll be there. And
December 16, 2016.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's the weekend before Christmas, I believe. Yeah.
I I don't know what day Christmas is on. I mean, I know it's the 25th,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, these the Christmas movies are the weekend before.
Yeah,
Um,
because the 23rd would be the week after.
Also, they had just started filming the movie on the 3rd, which was last Monday. Well, yeah, last Monday. Excuse me. Some pictures have already leaked of the filming,
Oh, I haven't seen any leaked pictures.
and it's just of them outside.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Not like doing anything, or
it's just like in between takes or whatever, and they're kind of looking at the camera like, is that a camera?
because they don't have cameras in the Star Wars universe, so they're bewildered by the sight of a camera. Possibly.
Do you see that?
Oh, the stormtroopers looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a crane shot.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone's on the top of a building.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah. Well, that's not even a cast member. That's like the dude in production. Like, is that a camera?
Yeah. They're filming like on a. Oh my god, that would be so awesome.
What?
It looks like they're filming. This might be. Oh, it's clearly a set, but it looks like a beach.
Well, it looks like water.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. If it's gonna be a planet with beaches and shit like that.
Don't most planets have beaches? We just haven't seen any water on most planets.
Yeah.
Other than Camino, which had an abundance of water.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's just cool to see. I wonder if it's Kashyyyk. No. Who knows?
Well, those were palm trees. Have we seen any planets with palm trees?
No. But I'm sure they can be edited out.
Well, it looks like they're... That doesn't look like it's a real beach.
No.
That looks like a set.
It's a set.
So they
It's a set.
have those palm trees there on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the movie takes place on Earth.
No, it's not canon. I'm sorry.
Earth is canon. It exists.
Earth is not canon.
It
I'm
exists.
Sorry. No.
It exists.
I don't believe in Earth.
But do you believe in Kashyyyk?
I believe in you.
Oh, I believe in you. Anyhow.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking through my
you're
Rogue
looking
One
at the pictures.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Well, that's cool. So we have an awesome cast for Rogue One,
mhm.
and I'll be excited to see that. And
Yeah, it looks good. It looks dark.
It does. Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like if you notice like the outfits and of the characters, they look very.
It's very colorless.
Yeah. What did you say? It was very. I used the term rugged, and you said
Oh, like ragged.
ragged.
But I guess actually looking at the picture, it doesn't look that ragged. It's just very dark. And it's interesting because if you look at Diego Luna, he's wearing a jacket with like
Fur.
a fur hood. So I wonder if they're on an ice planet.
Could be.
I mean, why would you be wearing... It's like shearling or something. But then I guess looking at the picture, he's the only one that looks like he's trying to keep warm.
So
Maybe he's just always cold like I am. I mean, I do wear sweaters in the
this guy
summer.
looks kind of like he has armor on it, the top right.
He looks like a samurai.
Mm-hmm. That looks cool. This dude has like the one below him. Looks like he has like colorless eyes. I love her outfit. I think I'm gonna rock that too.
Yeah, it's interesting how they're like dressed like bandits.
Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, yeah, a group of bandits. Is that what it is? A band of resistance fighters. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like that.
Like they're all in dark colors, like they're burglars, like they're cat
Yeah.
burglars gonna break in and steal the plans to the Death Star or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's what you wear when you go when you go and steal the plans to the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
I mean, they're all kind of layered, actually. I mean, she is wearing a scarf and a jacket.
So they must be on somewhere where it's cold.
They must be someplace where it's cold.
I really, really am interested like what planets this war takes place on.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause in the teaser we see it looks like I don't want to say a jungle planet. It just
looked
like a
jungly to
forest.
me.
Yeah. And well, okay. And just like it's panning through and then it pans up to the sky, which looks like a moon, but it's no moon. It's a space station.
Is it the planet moon?
No, the logo.
Oh, the logo?
It looks really nice. I really like that.
Yeah, I like the logo, the Star
That
Wars
looks good.
story.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it makes more sense to call it a Star Wars story than to call it Star Wars Rogue One and lead to confusion that it's another episode of the saga.
Well, what it looked like before was the Star Wars anthology, Rogue One.
Yeah.
I actually like that one better.
Well, it kind of sticks with the whole, like,
The wraparound.
the wraparound. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I do like it.
I think I'm obsessed with this picture though.
Yeah, it's a good picture. I mean, and it's very dark, like, I guess almost as to imply that the tone of the film will be very dark.
Yeah, and you know when I went to Star Wars Celebration, Gareth Edwards had actually said that it's Star Wars, so it's going to be a war film. And
Yeah, well, Godzilla seemed very Ward-like with the classified and the credits and the declassified.
right. And he also made Monsters, which was also like a war film. Where, the military was involved and
Yeah, this is clearly some kind of cold place, but yet it's funny because if you look at the background, like it looks like they're in some kind of a temple, which
Oh, wait a
kind of
minute.
makes you think of a
holy
jungle.
shit. Okay, I'm going to show you something.
Kind of like where they have
Yavin, that's the thing. The set that they're building.
But it wasn't cold.
No, it could be winter.
Winter doesn't exist. Winter's
Winter
not real.
is canon.
We live in Houston, Texas. There is no winter.
There is only Zool.
There is only Zool.
And I'm glad you pointed that out because it really does look like that scene from Yavin.
Well, you can't see it on my phone, but yeah, on the iPad you can see it a lot bigger.
It looks like that.
It looks just like that, yeah. It's
Oh, shit.
what?
It looks like, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they are on Yavin.
Well, that's where the Rebel base is.
Right.
So it would make sense that it's on Yavin.
Duh, I forgot about that. I'm just
Duh.
kidding. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So in this one, it actually brings up the question, like, will Vader be in it also, or more of like a background character?
I mean, I'm sure the name will pop up,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't see why the character would have to show up.
Like, I don't think that he needs to talk. I could see like him being in the background if there's ever a scene with the Empire.
I can't imagine him being where the plans to the Death Star are kept.
On the Death Star? That's a good question. Where
Well, we'll
they
find out
could
in
be
the movie.
somewhere else.
Obviously, we'll find out in the movie.
Yeah, but that's a good question. Like,
I mean, because in Attack of the Clones, I mean, it's on a disc.
it's on Geonosis.
Yeah.
So that's a good question, which a lot of people I'm sure aren't thinking about. Initially, you would think the Death Star plans are on the Death Star, and we're going to go up there. And then in the trailer or the teaser shows the Death Star, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the plans are on there.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't, when you're making the Death Star, you wouldn't have the Death Star to keep the plans on. They would have to be somewhere else.
It's like if you build a house,
You wouldn't keep
you
the
don't keep
blueprints
them in there.
in the house.
Yeah,
They're like at the architect's office.
right.
Or I guess the home builder
So
would
that-
have them. Where is home base for the Empire? Is it Coruscant? I mean, where is the Emperor?
I'm sorry. It's supposed to be Coruscant,
So I would
Yeah.
think that's where the plans are.
right? I would think so too.
But don't they say in A New Hope that transmissions were beamed? So they don't actually, they kind of just like hijack,
Yeah, so it's exactly.
they hack into the system and
Right.
steal the plans. So what's all the war about then?
I don't know. That's a good question, and you would think like, yeah, I don't have to go and like physically go in there and get them.
Well, this is a
Unless-
long
unless
time
it's, like,
ago.
on fucking paper or some shit, or a disc that isn't connected to like a system.
Yeah, and that could very well have meant that the plans were stolen and then beamed to Princess Leia's
Right.
blockade runner.
Hmm.
I mean, we'll find out next December.
But that's good speculation, though. Something to think about. For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, you would think that they would have to be kept on Coruscant.
What are you looking at? The teaser?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a jungle planet.
Yeah. There's water and trees. Oh my god, when we saw this, like, I had the hugest smile on my face when we were watching the teaser
For Rogue One.
for Rogue One. Originally, they were going to have Josh Trank for the next, at the time, anthology film, but now it's a Star Wars story.
Which it's funny because watching the teaser just now, it's an anthology.
I guess, well, Josh Trank was supposed to be at Star Wars Celebration along with Gareth Edwards, sorry. And apparently they were going to also have a teaser for his movie, which is rumored to be a Boba Fett movie. Obviously, he dropped out of the project, so we didn't talk about that, or they didn't talk about that. They focused on Rogue One, and instead, now we have a new movie, which is the Han Solo, a Star Wars story movie. Lawrence Kasdan, who is co-writing the story with his son John Kasdan, says that Han is in his late teens, early 20s. It hasn't been confirmed what events are happening during this timeline. So it's just really vague. And I remember when I first heard about like rumors of what was going to, at the time, standalone movies were going to be, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about a Han Solo movie.
Well, and you talked about the fans.
Yeah, well, because the fans, the general thinking was like, well, no, there's no way that anyone can replace, Harrison Ford, and he made Han Solo, and I get that, and I kind of was along that line of thinking. At the end of the day, I'm interested. I'd see it. I'm sure I'd love it. As long as it's a good story, then I'm down.
Well, yeah, I mean, they obviously recast Obi-Wan Kenobi for the prequel films, and that did really well. I mean, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, and he
so lush.
People tend to, when you say Obi-Wan Kenobi,
you probably think of Ewan McGregor these days.
Yeah, these days. Yeah, you mostly think of Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. And I mean, there's always new generations, so kids will grow up with a young Han Solo.
Right.
And it won't be any different for them.
Yeah. I think mostly what it has to do with is just
familiarity.
Yeah, and people kind of latch on to something and are afraid to venture off into something new. And
yeah, but I mean, you want to create something new with people that are already familiar, but you can't use the same actor because, I mean, Jesus, how old is he? 60 years old? He can't play
older.
He can't play a teenager.
Right.
And who wants to see the adventures of a 60-year-old? I mean,
why not? I mean, hell, he had he fucking broke his ankle, and I mean, he's more active than a lot of
I don't know about that.
Adults. I think he is.
I mean, he flies airplanes and stuff. I'm not going to say anything
about. He crashes
about
airplanes and he walks away from it.
I'm not going to say anything about Harrison Ford. I mean, but I'm just saying.
No, I get it. No, I understand.
A 60-year-old smuggler is less, sexy than a 20-year-old smuggler. Oh yes, you like those sugar daddy?
Oh, I like all kinds of guys.
But I mean, I keep an open mind about these things.
I do too. It's fine. I'm cool with it, and I'm excited about it. And
I mean, Lawrence Kasdan was involved in the original trilogy,
so the story's going to be in good hands.
Yeah. And his son's really cute. So I mean, that's obviously.
What does he look like?
He looks like this. Like, he looks cute. Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's hot. Like, totally.
Oh wow, he's really cute.
Yeah, like totally.
Well, then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. And he only did one episode of Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He directed 9 episodes of Californication. He was in the movie Dreamcatcher. He was in 1 episode of Dawson's Creek.
As an actor?
Yeah, gawky-looking kid.
Aw, he's really cute.
He was in 1 episode of Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was actually...
So he acted and directed. He acts and directs.
He was actually in The Big Chill, which was directed by Lawrence Kasdan back in 1983. I don't know how...
As the baby?
I don't know how old he would have been then. I don't know. Does he act and direct? He's directed 2 things, In the Land of Women in 2007, which I've never heard of,
Mm-hmm.
and The First Time in 2012, which I've also never heard of.
Well, I'm going to go watch it just because he's cute.
Well, of course you're not. You're going to go watch it because it's Star Wars.
Okay.
I mean, let's call a spade a
But
spade.
even more so now, it's because he's cute.
Well, yeah, you should support cute people.
Of course.
They need our support just as much as anyone else.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on to the next little piece of news.
Well, the next Star Wars story
Is
rumor.
it's rumored to be Boba Fett, and there was a little bit of information in the Entertainment Weekly interview. Or actually, I think it was online.
Well, yeah, because we looked in the magazine and couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was online. It was a little section called "No Disintegrations," which is a line that references Darth Vader talking to Boba Fett. No disintegrations on capturing the Millennium Falcon, and
And Skywalker.
right. Actually, I think they're trying to.
But don't they assume that they're all together?
I guess so.
I mean, that's what
I'm
Darth
so
Vader's
sorry.
trying to
I need
get.
to watch that little snippet again.
I mean, that's who Darth Vader's trying to get. He's not trying to get Leia and Han and them. He's trying to get Luke.
Yeah. Oh shit. Fuck me. I need to watch that part again.
What, Empire?
Mm-hmm. Just that little part. I think he's asking them to hunt the Millennium Falcon.
But I'm sure he probably assumes that Luke is on it.
No, what it is that he's trying to use them as bait.
Well, yeah.
So that they can bring in.
But that's whenever they get to Cloud City, and they must find out then that Luke isn't with them. Like, I don't think it's ever really explained that they don't think Luke is with the rebels.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's little things like this that Star Wars is a big fucking soap opera, really.
No. Sí. It's a novela en espacio. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unknowns in these things.
And the thing is, like, I know, like, I'm sure, like, a lot of people watch movies over and over and over again and don't pay attention to certain details.
Well, yeah.
And you just kind of assume that they are what they are, and other people get a little bit more inquisitive.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I would just watch these movies, and
You're like,
I
okay,
didn't sit there and think about them, like, scene by scene, and
what is this, and why does this happen,
and wait, what led into this, and where is this leading?
and what does your lightsaber look like?
I'm not analytical in that way when it comes to, these are fantasy films.
Yeah, and that I think that kind of deciphers your level of fandom, like, as a casual fan, somebody that just goes to the movies, you watch it, you've been watching the trilogy as it goes along, and then there's fans that are a little bit more diehard that dissect it enough, that keep track of the things that are going on, and then there's, like, some fans that know
With a capital F?
every fucking thing. I'm not there. I think I'm in the middle.
You analyze a lot.
I really don't.
So from that one line. But I think it's interesting, too, that it's on the web version of Entertainment Weekly and not the print version. Like, maybe they didn't know it at print.
Like, Vanity Fair did the same thing. They had so much of it in print, but then when you're online, you get, like, little tidbits.
But you read it for free online.
Uh-huh.
I mean, on their website.
Right.
So why would you give that away for free and not make someone buy it?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Excuse me, Mr. Entertainment Weekly.
I didn't ask.
You didn't raise your hand?
No. Like, why did you put this piece of information on the interwebs and not disclose the info? Maybe they got it afterwards.
Well, that's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said maybe they didn't have it at print.
Oh, okay. Okay, so real quick before my battery dies. So episode 8 is going to be directed by Rian Johnson, and that's going to be released on May 26th of 2017. Benicio del Toro confirms that he's in talks with Lucasfilm and playing one of the characters. It's been rumored that he might be a villain. So,
Well, he looks like a villain. He typically plays villains or
does he?
not good guys, I'm pretty sure.
like the bad guys. So I'll be on his side for sure
Well, of course.
because I love the bad guys.
You do. Evil attracts evil.
I'm a
Said
evil
that already,
bitch.
though.
So that comes out in 2016. All right, and for collector news on September 4th, which is Force Friday, we have the release of the Star Wars The Force Awakens toy line, and those start at midnight. Toys R Us, Walmart, maybe Target. You said that you don't think so.
I don't think Target will open up at midnight.
We'll see. But the ones that I know that are confirmed so far are Toys R Us and Walmart.
Which Walmart's usually open at midnight anyhow.
Yeah. And they have
So-
a whole plan. I think it's like at 8 o'clock the night before they're taking everything down.
Closing off that section.
Yeah. And then putting up all the new stuff. And apparently some Walmarts are,
Well, at least a Walmart.
a Walmart.
Put out
all
stock early.
the stores have already gotten the majority of the toys. They got them a month before to give them time to set up and stuff. Apparently one of the Walmarts kind of broke the street date and started putting some shit up, and
Now you can buy it on eBay.
yeah. And I guess maybe some workers had gotten a hold of it, but yeah, we got Captain Phasma, we got Kylo Ren figures, all the characters that we've seen in the teasers, and I'm excited as always. But I know that there are some collectors that they kind of lean towards the more articulated pieces, which would be more so like the Black Series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the painting, the 8-point articulation. But the toys right now that are being released from Hasbro are the 5-point, which is just the neck, the arms
and the legs.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think they. Well, they
can
used
make
to
them
move in the
then.
middle.
Huh?
They used to move in the middle, like
Yeah, but
they could like sit down.
that's with the you can stick out their legs
Oh, duh.
straight out. Yeah.
Didn't we just said that?
So that's going to be out. The books are going to be out for Journey to the Force Awakens, Aftermath, which is one of the books that takes place right after Return of the Jedi. Battlefront is a book. I believe it is based or a tie-in with the video game.
Like a novelization of the video game?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. And I'm sorry, guys, but I kind of do follow the books and I kind of don't.
And neither one of us plays games.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Although I
So,
dated a gamer, and I mean these video games,
they're really popular.
but I mean they have like stories,
right.
and they actually have a beginning and an end.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
And all these.
so I
The
can see
books-
how a book could be made.
Okay. Well, the books and the video games are canon, so they matter. They happened. I don't get into them.
If we don't read them and we don't play them, then they don't
exist.
happen.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
They're not a part of our canon. So no, I don't care. I'll read them when I have the time, and if someone has a video game, I don't know. I might get into them later, but right now it's not my thing.
Yeah, I might be tempted to make a friend who plays video games and then buy it and to go watch them play it.
Yeah, I saw the stuff. I saw the way Battlefront looks. It looks really, really cool. It looks almost real. I remember when I did play video games, I kind of got like really, really into it, and would spend hours in the summer, literally, with my brother just playing games. And
Oh, well, I would too. But I mean, it's just so different now. I mean, this controllers, that's what my problem is with the controllers.
so, in the cross promotion, a couple days ago, we got some news for the cross promotion. I read my information on Variety. CoverGirl and Max Factor. CoverGirl's going to be in the U.S., which they had released some information on Allure magazine. Max Factor is international. That information was shared on Vogue UK. And I remember I posted that like a couple days ago on my Facebook, and people were just sharing it, and a lot of people got very, very excited about the makeup coming out. They haven't had a line of makeup.
No.
before. So it's really cool to see that everyone's getting excited about it. It's nail polish, lipsticks, mascara.
Nothing says Star Wars like mascara.
I know, right? And it's really well done, and the
It does seem kind of odd though. Of a pairing.
Well,
I mean, there doesn't seem to be any makeup.
I think a part of Mac does a lot of cross promotion with movies.
Yeah, but their makeup is used in those movies, and those movies have like a lot of fantastic makeup.
Yeah,
Where this is just very natural looking makeup.
Well, in the ad, they have a girl that's got very like sharp lines, and which is considered to be inspired by the stormtroopers, and I think it kind of just gives like an example of what you can do with the makeup. I'm not too much into the gold droid look because I don't really do a lot of gold.
Well, and we haven't really seen what Phasma looks like without her helmet.
That's a good, yeah.
So maybe she's got a lot of makeup on. Like,
maybe
she's really, I don't know. I mean, I would assume she takes off her helmet.
We don't know. We'll find out.
Well, we will.
But I'm really glad that they did this. And to me, it's not about gender, but I just think whoever likes to wear makeup now has opportunity. Or they can do it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's fine. It's just strange.
It's
when you look at the pictures that I've seen so far from the film, don't have any, like, special makeup looks to then do a makeup.
I think a little bit of, and I say a little bit, I mean a lot, is to also bridge in, there's a lot of fangirls that kind of get overlooked, and I think that might be a way to engage those fans as well. I fall in the middle because...
Well, you like makeup.
I like makeup.
So I think a fangirl would be more apt to, if you had more female characters that they could, relate to or cosplay or something like that. I mean, more than just wearing a Star Wars branded mascara.
No, it's not just that, but like even with her universe, that line has female, T-shirts and clothing and dresses and stuff like that is geared towards female, but also can be worn by anybody
who wants to wear a
dress, dresses and stuff like that, really. So, I think the whole idea is that, you want to engage the female fan base as well. And who knows, even the fan base like myself. I mean, shit, when I found out that there was makeup, I went crazy. I was like, awesome. Not awesome, but I was like, awesome. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Well, and the one look is really nice that they have in the ad.
Which was actually kind of interesting because the picture that's on my Facebook, I kind of have something similar to that. Very angular that Kyla had done for me for one of my shows.
It'd be nice if that's what Phasma looks like underneath her helmet.
Like really badass makeup?
Yeah.
Or markings or something like that?
I don't think she'll have markings.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things we don't know. We're
maybe
just
that,
speculating.
maybe that will end up being... Maybe she'll end up being one of spin-off movies or shows or something later on if her character's
survives.
That interesting. Yeah, it survives.
Well, I mean, I think regardless, it's interesting to figure out how a female stormtrooper came about, and she's the captain of her tribe.
She's a boss, applesauce.
Yeah, so I mean, that's fascinating enough.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything like that before.
Which brings us to Duracell.
Yeah.
Is another cross promotion.
It is what it is.
Just kidding. Duracell batteries, Cool.
For your space vibrators.
Yep. FCA US, which is Chrysler.
And Fiat.
This feels very deja vu.
It does. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they do with that, since we've never seen marketing before with
or at least
an automaker.
Yeah.
And a movie. I mean, it makes sense, like, whenever they do, like, Audi for Iron Man or something, because he drives an Audi, or Mercedes in Jurassic World because they're driving a Mercedes, but is someone going to drive a Fiat in Star Wars?
I mean, I kind of wonder that if... Okay, so let's say that they make some sort of Force Awakens special edition, like type inspired vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. But then on the flip side, I can see them making just strictly for advertising, like one of the characters getting into a car.
Yeah, it just seems really odd
I mean,
for
well,
like that
a
to
car
happen.
anyway, I just think is odd cross promotion, but I'm sure they have something clever up their sleeve. It's just,
Oh, I hope.
yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if they have like a branded vehicle, like maybe it's the TIE Fighter, and it's all black with like a gray lattice pattern on the outside or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. I don't
Yeah.
know. So on top of that, we have General Mills, which are food products, of course. I'm hungry. Speaking of General Mills,
Speaking of food products,
we obviously have the cereals,
yes,
and
they own Yoplait, which we've got
Yoplait,
yogurt.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs.
So hopefully they'll have some like really cool ice cream.
Somehow I don't think that's gonna show up anywhere.
Why?
I've never seen Haagen-Dazs.
Do like a crossover.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never seen that before.
Hmm.
If anything, they do like promotions with chefs or restaurants or something, and make special limited batches of something. But
Uh-huh.
I've never seen like, get the green matcha Hulk.
Well, I guess like if they had done it with like Ben and Jerry's, then I think they could have been a little bit more experimental with.
Well, like Ben and Jerry's does stuff like that. Like they have that one for the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon. And then they did one for 30 Rock. Tina Fey's character Liz Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a lemon and lavender yogurt.
Ooh.
And for the Tonight Show, I think it's the Tonight Dough or something. It's like some kind of cookie dough or something. I don't know.
How cute.
But yeah. So I mean, they've done that before.
They've done some stuff. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. We tend to see a lot of food products anyway, and I kind of wish that they would do some soda stuff, because I liked collecting the Phantom Menace like soda cans and shit like that they had.
Well, I mean, that could just be the list that they've announced already, not necessarily the list of all products that will be.
True.
I mean, I'm sure that they'll be on soda cans. They did that for all of the prequel movies, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was through Pepsi.
Yeah.
The Marvel movies that came out this year, like Age of Ultron, they had
Dr. Pepper, I think.
yeah, and like they had chips and other things like that. I don't know. They do it often, like Star Wars did, at least the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of would think that they would.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did like Lay's potato chips.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more. I that's stuff that I want. We got Subway kids meals. Obviously, hopefully they all do more than just a little bag. Give some kids to play with toys. I mean, come on.
I mean, why do a kid's meal if you're not going to do something fun for a toy?
Yeah, I mean, you want to appeal to like. I mean, okay, Subway. It's healthier food.
Now that they've
If you
taken
want-
the rubber out of the bread.
Huh?
Now that they've taken that chemical out of the bread.
Seriously?
Yeah, there was a chemical they were using like as a preservative that's also used in like the rubber in tennis shoes.
Oh, good.
You were
good.
when we were eating it. We'll live forever.
There you go. Or have a rubbery turd. But no, I mean, yeah, kids want junk food, and if you feed them healthier food, you at least want to give them a fucking toy.
Well, something better than a little bag.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But
The Rebels
whatever.
bag just sorry guys. Didn't work.
No, what are you gonna do with a bag?
Yeah, it's
And they're small bags, so it's not like you could like put your beach stuff and take it to the beach.
you probably have a little bit more shit than that.
It would hold like some pencils and like some erasers and
Yeah.
or rubbers for if we have any UK listeners.
And then we have Verizon for the mobile phones. Again, we had seen some of the singular commercials that came out
For the prequels.
for Revenge of the Sith, and they were just ringtones.
that were like programmed, that were pre-installed on your phone.
Yeah, and they might have games and stuff like that for Verizon. So I don't know. This whole like crossover promotion I've always found like really interesting and fun. And
Well, I mean, they have Star Wars games that you can buy from app stores and Google Play. So maybe they'll just be, instead of you paying for them, they'll be preloaded
right.
with Star Wars wallpapers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe
the
like
Force
cases.
Awakens wallpapers.
I don't know.
I don't know if they'll be giving
Maybe
away
not cases, but yeah. I'm sure there's lots of things that they can do, but
yeah.
anyway, so this is a wrap, guys and girls and everything in between. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed it,
Yeah,
and we will
thank
be
you.
back next week. So come back and join us. Thank you.
Bye-bye.